The rusted sign at the edge of Hollow Creek creaked in the wind, its once vibrant letters now dulled by years of neglect. As I drove through the village I once called home, a sense of foreboding washed over me. Hollow Creek had changed since I left, though I couldn't quite place how. The houses, draped in shadows, seemed to lean inward, whispering secrets I was not privy to. I had returned to this forgotten corner of France after my mother's death, summoned by the lingering scent of nostalgia and the weight of unresolved questions. Her passing left a gaping hole in my heart, one that echoed with the memories of a childhood filled with laughter and light. But the laughter had faded, replaced by the oppressive silence that now cloaked the village. As I unloaded my belongings from the car, I caught the wary glances of the villagers. Their eyes darted away, as if I were a ghost from the past they had tried to forget. "Emily," I whispered to myself, trying to shake off the unease. I was determined to face whatever darkness lay ahead. Settling into my childhood home was a bittersweet experience. The familiar creaks of the wooden floors and the smell of aged wood brought back fleeting memories. That night, while sorting through my mother's belongings, I stumbled upon her journal, a weathered book filled with her elegant script. The pages were filled with cryptic entries, detailing her growing obsession with the woods surrounding Hollow Creek. "The whispers are growing louder," one entry read. "They call to me in the night. I fear for the children." My heart raced as I turned the pages, each line revealing a spiraling descent into paranoia. My mother spoke of the Hollow Ones, spirits of the lost who roamed the woods, seeking souls to join their ranks. As a child, I had heard the stories but brushed them aside as mere folklore. Now, they felt terrifyingly real. That first night, as I lay in bed, the wind howled outside, and I thought I heard it. Soft, seductive whispers calling my name. I sat up, heart pounding, listening intently. "Emily, come play." The voice slithered through the cracks of the old house, wrapping around me like a cold embrace. I shook my head, trying to dismiss it as exhaustion, but deep down, a primal fear gripped me. I couldn't ignore this feeling. I needed to understand what was happening in Hollow Creek. The following morning, curiosity pulled me toward the woods. They loomed at the edge of the village, dark and foreboding. As I stepped beneath the canopy of twisted branches, the atmosphere shifted. The air was thick, almost palpable, as if the trees were holding their breath. After wandering for what felt like hours, I stumbled upon an abandoned cabin hidden deep within the woods. Its weather-beaten door creaked open, revealing a space filled with remnants of the past. Tattered furniture, dusty photographs, and eerie symbols etched into the walls. A chill ran down my spine as I examined the symbols. They matched those in my mother's journal, marking the cabin as a place of rituals. I felt an overwhelming urge to flee, but something held me there. The whispers beckoned me closer. As I turned to leave, a shadow flickered at the edge of my vision. I spun around, heart racing, but found nothing. Just the wind, I told myself, though my instincts screamed otherwise. That night, the whispers returned, louder and more insistent. "Emily, we're waiting." I bolted upright, feeling the hair on the back of my neck stand on end. I had to confront this madness. There was no turning back now. The following day, I sought answers from the villagers. Their faces were etched with fear, and when I mentioned the woods, they fell silent. The village elder, a frail woman with haunted eyes, finally spoke. "The Hollow Ones are not to be trifled with," she warned. "They take what they desire. Your mother thought she could protect us, but..." Her voice trailed off, leaving a chilling silence in its wake. I felt a growing connection to my mother's past, a sense of duty to uncover the truth. As the days passed, the whispers grew louder, invading my dreams and distorting my reality. I began to see flashes of my mother, her face twisted in anguish. "Leave the woods, Emily. They're not what they seem." Isolation consumed me. I ventured into the woods night after night, searching for answers, but only finding shadows. Friends and family had become distant memories, replaced by the ever-present lure of the Hollow Ones. One evening, I confronted the village elder again, desperation clawing at my throat. "What happened to my mother?" I demanded, my voice trembling. "She sacrificed herself," she replied, her gaze dropping to the ground, "to protect us from the Hollow Ones. But the price was steep. They want more." My heart sank. My mother's noble sacrifice had only fueled the darkness. I was now a target, drawn into a web of fear and despair. With a heavy heart, I returned to the woods and determined to face the Hollow Ones. The whispers enveloped me, promising solace and understanding. I felt their presence, a cold breath against my skin, urging me deeper into the shadows. In a clearing, I came face to face with the Hollow Ones, twisted figures, their features obscured by darkness. They spoke in unison, voices echoing through the air. "Join us, Emily. You belong with us." I stood my ground, trembling but resolute. "I will not join you," You have taken enough." With each word, I felt a power rising within me. I rejected their offer, confronting my fears and the darkness that had haunted my family for generations. As I did, the shadows began to fade, and the whispers quieted. When I awoke, the sun shone brightly through the trees, illuminating a path back to the village. The oppressive presence of the Hollow Ones had lifted, and the villagers were free from their grasp. Though I had faced the darkness, a part of me felt forever changed. The whispers might have faded, but the memories remained, an eternal reminder of the struggle between light and shadow. I knew I could never fully escape the woods, but I would carry their lessons with me, ready to confront whatever lay ahead.